Now, should I circle these and fill them in, or should I just circle them? And how do I know?
You circle them, not
how do I know?
in because it doesn't have the line that's equal.
It doesn't have a equal to line. Very good. So I'm just going to circle them. Kaylee, where should this one go from there? Read from the x. What is x? X is what?
Goes that way.
Less than negative 4. So which numbers are less than negative 4? Left or right?
More negatives.
More negative. Yep, we're going to go that way. So Sage, which numbers are, and how do I read this? X is what? Greater than what? 5. So which way should I go from 5? To the right. Now this is an easy way to remember this. Ors usually, not always, but usually an or question will go in opposite directions. Okay, and it's easy to remember that because it's like oars in the water. See how those lines look kind of like oars in the water and you're in the boat in the middle? The oars go outwards in the water, right? So think oars, right? Or oars. And they'll go outwards, usually. Say what? What'd you say? What'd Dylan say?
Nate didn't say nothing.
What did he say?
Dylan didn't say anything.
That was Tom.
Who said something?
I did.
Get your mask on.
Right.
All right. Now, what'd you say?
I said we're walruses. Yeah.
We're what? All right. Okay. Now, the other thing that could happen is this. Watch. If I have x how do I read this? This is important. Is it Michaela? Matilda. How do I read this? X has to be what? Less than 3, and is the key word you want to use on this one. So this is an and question, and this is a what? Or question. So I want to read this like an and. And she said it right. She said, look, it has to be less than 3 and greater than what? Negative 5. So think about a number line. What point should I mark on this number line, Camden? And you always want to go left to right. Negative 5 and what? 3. And means that it has to be both. Okay? Less than 3 and greater than what? 5. These come what? Together. It's filled in between. Should I circle them or should I fill them in? Just circle and I'm done. Don't fill them in. Okay? That's all it is. It's not very hard to do these. Okay? Because I'm just going to either come together, that's an and, or I'm going to go apart. Now, let's talk about what this really means though. What does the word and in general mean? Like if I say I'm going to go to the bank and the store, what does that imply? What will I do? I will do both. It has to be true for both. This right here, that's something you might want to put, and means true for both. Are these numbers up here, I don't know, say, let's go like 15, okay? Is the number 15 greater than negative 5?
Yes.
Yes. But is it also, is it also less than 3? No, that's why it doesn't fit. I said I'm going to the bank and the grocery store. If I just go to the bank, have I told you a true statement? No. If I said I'm going to the bank and the grocery store, and I just go to the bank, have I told you a true statement? No, I haven't. Okay, I have to do both. So that's why this one has to be true for both. And kids kind of get confused on that. They're like, wait, you said x has to be greater than negative 5. 15 is greater than negative 5. Why doesn't 15 work? Well, it would work for the one that's greater than negative 5, but it wouldn't work for the one less than 3. Okay? This one, though, says what? Or, think about what I just said. If I say, I'm going to the bank or the grocery store, what am I saying? What am I meaning? I'm going to do one or the other. Do I have to do both then? No. If I go to the bank or the grocery store and I just go to the bank, did I tell you a true statement? Yeah, it only has to be true for one of the two, not both. And that's what I want you to put on this one. Or implies true for one of the two. Okay? True for one of the two. These numbers down here, let's pick one, say negative 10. Is negative 10 less than negative 4? Is that true? Is negative 10 less than negative 4? Yeah. Is negative 10 greater than 5? No, that's not true. But is the overall sentence true that negative 10 is less than negative 4 or greater than 5? Yeah, that sentence is still true because it only has to be true for one out of what? 2. Are you with me on that? That's why the or one has the arrows that continue, and it only has to be true for one of the two, whereas the and one comes together and stops because it has to be true for what? Both. It can't continue on. The ones that are continuing on are true for one, but not both. You with me on that? And that's what's kind of weird about these. Okay, now let's just solve them. Now, ands are weird. And can either say and, have the word and, or it can be written like I just showed you. Okay? And the way I just showed you is going to be the weirder one. Okay? So let's do this. Let's say I had negative 2 less than or equal to 3x plus 4, which is less than 16. Okay. All right. This is weird. This is what we call a compound inequality. What does compound mean? Anybody know what a compound is in like chemistry? What's a compound? You know what iron is?
It's when things are put together to make something else.
Yeah, it's where you have more than one element put together to make something else, right? So iron, or steel, for example. Let's say we had steel. What is steel made of? Is it just iron? No, steel is made of a compound. It has iron and a little bit of copper, and then they heat it, and then they temper it, so it's stronger, right? But it isn't just plain iron. A lot of people think it's just iron. It's not. It's iron and copper and some other things that make it stronger. So it's a compound. It's more than one thing. You with me? And so this is why we call this a compound inequality. It's more than one. It's two of them put together, really. So treat these like two equal signs, okay? Treat them like two equal signs. Our goal is to get the x by itself where? In the middle, okay? The goal is to get the x by itself in the middle. So Tommy, what do I want to do to get that x by itself in the middle? Move something. What am I going to move? What is with the x in the middle right now? There's a 3 in the middle with the x, you with me? And there's also a 4 in the middle with the x. So I got to move one of those two and then move the other one. Which one should I move first?
The 4.
Yeah, always move what's being added or subtracted first. So I want to subtract what? 4. Now this is the tricky part. Everybody watch this because this is seriously where you'll get confused. I see a ton of kids go, all right, I'm going to minus 4. Okay, I'm good. 3x less than negative, or sorry, I subtract 4 from 16, that's 12. Negative 2, I'm ready to go. Am I ready to go?
No.
Why? I have subtracted it from the right side equal sign, if you will, okay, inequality. But have I subtracted it from the left side inequality? No, it's like the compound. You have to do it to all three sides. If you do it to the middle, you got to do it to the right and the what? And the left. So if I'm subtracting 4 here and here, I also have to subtract 4 from the negative 2. Now think of a number line. If I am at negative 2 and I subtract 4 more, Dylan, where am I at?
Negative 6.
Negative 6. Now, what should I divide by? What should I divide by? Is it, what's her name?
Brianna.
Brianna? What should I divide by to get the x by itself in the middle? What?
3.
3. Okay, so I'm going to divide by 3. Again, where should I divide by 3, Kaylee?
On both sides.
Both sides. And in the middle. All 3 sides, if you will. Okay? So Camden, what am I going to get?
-3.
Well, what's 6 divided by 3?
2.
2. So, yeah, -2. And then what in the middle?
X.
And then what on the right?
4.
Now, is this an and or an or?
And.
It's an and. It has to be both what? Tell me what 2 things it has to be. X has to be both what? Greater than what? -2, greater than or equal to -2. And less than what? 4. Notice how I read from the variable. I read from this variable. X is greater than or equal to -2. X is less than 4. And it's got to be both. This is an and, has to be both. So I start at -2, and I have a 4. It's less than 4. It's greater than or equal to, fill that one in, -2. It's filled in between. Okay? That's an and. All right. Now, an or is a little different, or if it's written this way with an and, it's different. And let me show you how that works. So let's say I had 3x plus 5 is greater than or equal to 26. And then I have 2x minus 7 is less than or equal to, let's go, 1. Wait, let me think here and see if this is right. That's going to be, yep, this will work. Okay. And there's an or between them. Now, when there's an or between them, you have to do both equations still, but you do them separately. You don't do them like trying to get an x in the middle or something. Okay, so let's solve the equation on the left. Okay, so why am I so bad with names?
Lydia.
Lydia. Oh my gosh. All right, Lydia. What should I do on this one to get the x by itself?
Don't you get rid of the 5?
Yep. Subtract what?
5.
5 from both sides. 3x greater than or equal to 26 minus 5 is 21. What should I do next, Chelsea? Or Chancey? Divide by 3. And x will be what? Now notice I haven't divided by a negative anywhere, so did I switch this sign?
No.
Nope, didn't divide by a negative, I don't switch that sign. X is greater than what then? 7, right? Greater than or equal to 7. Okay? Vanessa, what should I do on this one to get the x by itself? Add 7. And Callister, what do I do next?
Divide by 2 on both sides.
Divide by 2. Notice how I did each one separately. X is less than or equal to 4. It's an or. Okay? So I expect it to go opposite ways. Now, here's where kids mess up. I have kids put the 7 on the left and the 4 on the right. Is that true? Think about a number line. That just means you're going too fast. Okay? Think about where the numbers would be on a number line. Don't just assume, hey, the one on the left goes on the left and the one on the right goes on the right. Travis, how should this look? Which one should go on the left? 4 should go on the left. Which one should go on the right? 7 should go on the right. Everybody with me on that? Okay. Now, what does this say reading from the X? Reading from the X, what does this say? Is it Addie? What's her name? What's your name?
Me?
Yeah.
Brianna.
No, behind you.
Fine.
Corinne. Okay, Corinne. What does this say? X has got to be what compared to 7?
Greater than or equal.
Greater than or equal to. So should I go right or left from 7? Where are the numbers bigger than 7? To the right or to the left?
Alright.
To the right. Should I fill it in?
Yes.
Because it's equal to. Go to the right. Okay. Let's see here. Who haven't I called on? I think I called on everybody actually. So, Dana, should I go to the right or left of 4? X is what compared to 4? Should I go right or left? Which one? So this is saying X is less than 4. Less than. So less than goes what? Which numbers are less or littler than 4? They're to the left. So I'm going to fill this in and go less than 4. I'm going to go smaller than 4. Okay? And that's all I got. Now wait! There's no number that is both less than 4 and bigger than 7. So is this no solution? No. I got a question. What if instead of an or there, though, they had an and? What if it said and, but I ended up with an or graph? What would the answer be?
No solution.
No solution. Yeah, so there is a possibility this is a no solution. If this was an and instead of an or, it would be no solution. But this actually is a solution for that. Everybody got it? Okay, let's do a few off your, you can stop that now.